Okay. Yeah. So Witchlight is a module book, similar to Saltmarsh, um, where there's a start to it, there's an end to it. It's got all of the peeps all written out, right? Um, you're going into the Feywild at some point. You read the doc, right? You guys raise your hand. Raise your hand if you read the doc. Emily, did you read the doc? Emily didn't read the doc. Emily, if you'd like to peruse the doc. Oh, I should put that in the resources tab in Discord. Oh, but I can't manipulate Discord and record our video at the same. There it is. You can just skim that. Don't worry about it too much. Does everybody have access to their character sheets on Roll20?
Let's find out.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Character.
Now, one of the reasons I wanted to run this was I thought it was very cool and very interesting. Another reason is a big part of this campaign is the combat optional element. So this was written specifically to give players the option in any situation to not have to do combat. You can get through the whole book. Ostensibly, you can get through the whole book without fighting once. Now, I don't want you guys to feel like fighting is bad in this game, or that if a fight breaks out or I say roll initiative that you failed in any way. Now, I personally love combat. I know Emily is a big fan and wants to fight all the time, and she just loves the mechanics of fighting. But if that's not if you guys want to do rules as written, we can do all the book as written, where everything can be solved with words, and there's probably going to be very little fighting. Because I like fighting, I have an option that I've been researching that gives more opportunities for fighting that would kind of absolve you all from feeling like you are doing it wrong. It has a tendency to kind of slant the storytelling of this to be a little darker. Wild Beyond the Witchlight is a very fanciful story full of, whimsy and crazy surrealism and things like that. And this element that I would be introducing to the campaign would cast a shadow on that a little bit. So if you all want to think about that, if you have initial thoughts, I'd love to hear about them. But that's where I'm coming from there. I know that
I'm just off the bat. I'm leaning towards the first option, honestly.
No fighting.
Well, just the option that because it feels like it's like a Mass Effect thing. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna try and do something. Let's see what happens. Maybe we don't have to fight, right? Like,
right. So
per encounter, like per situation or whatever, right?
I don't trust us as a group to collectively not choose to pick a fight at any point.
And that's also completely fair. I feel like we'll we'll get into shenanigans.
So to be clear, every encounter has the option to not fight or to like you could always decide, right? What the thing that I would be introducing is additional material that provides more of an arena for combat, straight up combat. If you guys are interested in just having a straight up fight here or there, I can introduce this element. If you're like, I'd rather the book just be the book and we choose when we're fighting or if we're fighting, we can do it that way.
I
So
like breaking it up with combat personally, but that's me. So
yeah,
You would want what?
said I enjoy having our sessions broken up occasionally by combat and having kind of those changing in pace. Otherwise, I feel kind of like we get stuck in a very similar game flow consistently. So I enjoy that kind of change up. But
that's fair too. Yeah,
I'm not stuck in having to have it.
sure.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy having some combat in the game. I don't think that like having it segmented is necessary. But yeah, I'd like to have a fight at some point.
Cool.
I don't think Emily's mic is working.
Emily, your mic's not working. How about
Discord's
it,
kind of
okay?
fucky. You might have to change the mic settings in the Discord
Oh, there she
because you're
goes.
unmuted in Discord. So
Oh, there was some. Your screen is turning green, which means that it's some signals
It's
going
changing
through.
colors.
Well, no, it's just like the border around each of our whenever we speak. Now that didn't do nothing. But it's picking up signal because it's.
do you have that other mic around, or is that one plugged in? You probably have to switch it in Discord specifically. So there's a little gear.
Bottom. Yeah. Left.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
it
you're
turned in the wrong direction?
I mean, we can't hear her at all. So
classic.
under near the bottom under voice and video, there you can put your in-point device. And you can set it to always be that mic, so it won't. If you leave it at general, it'll like get confused. In my experience,
I'm so confused. Says Discord.
like default input just never works for me.
That's true.
Okay, I just switched it over.
Perfect, excellent,
Yay.
so good.
We can hear
I'm
you.
so
It's like you're
intelligent.
pouring liquid butter in my ears, and it feels so good.
And now, in theory, you'll never have to do that again. So,
Good. I
Shipped
don't
you out
want
a
to.
certificate of achievement and competence.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just stick it in the mail.
Great
Yeah.
job. Great job.
What I was gonna say is, I'd be curious what people's characters are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we pick characters that are prone to picking fights, then, I'm down. I would be totally, because I agree. As much as I joke that I don't like combat, I do like it. I'm just not good at it.
yeah.
So
Now,
I-
correct me if I'm wrong here, Dave.
I have to agree with that for myself.
I feel
as
like
well.
maybe people's perceptions is that option one is not going to just have combat, but that's not what you're saying at all,
Correct. Option one.
yeah,
The story as written has opportunities for combat, but each one also has the option to not have combat. So
I kind of like that.
that is
That means it could go either way.
that is just going to be the way it is. What I'm proposing is an added layer on top where there are undisputed opportunities for combat.
Okay, you know what the other thing that this makes me think is that this is your own little personal spin on it, and I kind of just want to see your own personal spin on things more than
Yeah.
like move to combat. I like when you
Fair.
add the homebrew elements. To it,
Yeah,
too.
this isn't mine. I've picked it up and it
Oh, okay.
from what I've found, from what I've read and what I've watched, it works really well.
Well,
and-
I want to try your idea, Dane, because it's always a good one.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Well, I think I'd like to incorporate this aspect to our campaign then, and if it's not working, and everyone's like, the vibe's off, the vibes are just not there. No cap, as the children say.
No cap.
No cap. Thank you, Spencer. Got that on video. I recorded that. Good. Then I'll cut it out. But cool. Okay. Well, that little bit is out of the way. Do all y'all have any questions about that sheet that I sent? Because that's from the same guy who proposed this kind of added stipulation.
I do.
Yeah.
For like a character I want to play. I just don't know if it fits the race thing. I'll
Okay.
just say it's a fairy, but it's kind of like a bug lady.
You want to play a bug lady? That's fine. You want to play a fairy? Great. 100% correct. Fairies are allowed in this game.
Well, like I would have just had a bug lady, but I think I have to like say it's a fairy. I'm gonna
Yeah,
drop it in general.
I mean, the only bug races proper in Dungeons and Dragons are they're called the Tricrine. And they're more like big bipedal bugs rather than little flying people.
I dropped it in chat.
Oh, you have is it homebrew?
No.
Which chat?
General?
I don't see it.
I do not see it in chat.
Oh, I think I didn't press send. Wait.
Oh,
You're
you're typing.
Why won't it send?
Is it a
Send?
link?
There we go.
There we go.
That looks like a fairy to me.
Okay, cool. Fairy.
Fairy. Cool. Any other questions about the sheet? Just to go through it, every 16 years or every 8 years, this carnival comes around. You all had something stolen from you. We're figuring out tonight what that is. I have a table for that, so we can use that table. If you have something in mind, then we can talk about that too.
I had something in mind that I need to vocalize. I'm not saying I'm going with this, but I need to vocalize it.
Sure.
As a kid, a fairy stole my nose, and I'm trying to get it back. That's all. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I love that.
Could I have my beauty be stolen?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Because that's why I look like that.
Yeah. I mean, do you see yourself as starting as a standard fairy?
Oh, well, the whole campaign, will I look like this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let me get a fairy
Unless you get it
picture.
back. So the whole campaign is starting with you all trying to find these lost things. You're going back to the carnival. So when you were children, you wanted to get in the carnival and you didn't buy a ticket. So while you snuck in and while you were there, something was stolen from you because you didn't buy a ticket.
I see.
So for you, your beauty was stolen. And you came out looking like this bug creature. Less fairy and more insectoid. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
You into it?
I'm into it.
Okay, cool. So here are some of the things. Ability to keep secrets. Ability to smile. Artistic creativity. A cherished doll or stuffed animal. Your handwriting was stolen. Your sense of direction.
I like sense of direction, actually. I want that one.
Okay. Your sense of fashion. Or 3 inches of height. Now there was one. Where was?
I really like sense of direction. That's a good one.
Yeah, that sounds great. But there was one that I kept hearing about where their family forgot, like their family lost all memory of them. That was one that
that's really
kept coming
sad.
up. Yeah, that's a really sad one.
Who wants the sad story?
Yeah, your nose, Spencer. Would you be considering just like just as flat?
Yeah, I was picturing a Voldemort situation.
100%.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think any slits. Your
Does that mean
nose.
you constantly have to breathe out of your mouth?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a mouth
Just a
breather
mouth
now.
breathing.
I don't know that I'm prepared to play a mouth breather character.
I mean,
That
you
seems...
you
That's a
can.
big commitment.
What about your eyes so you can't see? You could be a blind character.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I should have my ability to speak stolen from me. I think that would be a very easy character to play.
I love
Oh
it.
shit! Oh shit!
Wow, I feel like that's a really good idea.
And also, you can't read or write,
Why not?
but you're shredded as fuck. Anyway. Have these things percolate as we're going through character creation. You are all together for a reason, and going into the Witchlight Carnival for a reason. So we need to figure that out. Some suggestions I've heard is that you're kind of starting as a support group of people who've had things stolen from you from the carnival. And so you've kind of banded together, and it's impacted your whole life, right? Something
Yeah, I
you've
never
missed.
made it home because I couldn't find my way back home.
There you go. Something you've missed every day of your life.
Just ask a friend.
And that's a great one, Dylan. I really like that one.
I mean, you came up with it.
It was the table. It was in the book. It was in the book the whole time. But I appreciate the credit. Jimmy's going to be a rabbit person.
And that's all I know so far.
So the thing I know about my character so far is I am a wizard and I am spiteful. I have nothing else.
Despite your face, is that what we're going for here, Spence?
No, but now it is.
Cut off your nose despite your face.
Nice.
That I can't believe. You're welcome, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm still not sold on the nose thing, for the record.
Okay,
that was
fair
just
enough.
a joke I had to get out of my mind.
I mean, you could have your beauty stolen, Spencer.
You could have your hands stolen and they get replaced by daggers. So every time you have to do something, you roll a dexterity check to see if you succeed.
That'd be crazy. That would who would do that?
That would be a really fun character.
And maybe you're a
There would
female
be-
character and you're named Edwina Daggerhands, maybe, and you're super goth.
I'm just saying it's a fun suggestion, and a really creative friend I know thought of it.
Emily,
That's all.
Emily was the friend you.
What if you lost your sense of trust in other
Yeah.
people?
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's a fun one.
Can we please not do that? D&D campaigns where the group doesn't trust each other aren't fun.
That's
Okay.
very valid, yeah.
I mean, there is a certain amount of camaraderie in this campaign that I want to keep intact.
Yeah.
So
What about your taste in all food? You can't enjoy
Yeah.
food anymore.
that's a great one. I like that a lot.
Sorry.
So before
Like feeling sensation, like when something touches you or when
Oh
you
my
taste
God.
something, like you can't feel it.
That's insane. Dylan wants like 5 things stolen from their character.
I'm really good at disabilities.
I'm really good at them. Real quick, before we get too much farther into character creation, I want to go over these safety tools, which I didn't do for our last game, and I know that we all know each other and trust each other. And I brought some pretty heavy themes with Ghost March that I wasn't too prepared for, and I'd like to be more prepared in this one. So there are a couple of things. There's some blank places on this. The person who created this party, one of them had a clown phobia. So I took out the clown phobia stuff because I didn't assume that any of you had clown phobia stuff. So if you do have any particular things that make you incredibly uncomfortable, you can let me know either now or in private, and I can make sure those things don't happen. But I'd like to. They use pause for a second. Can we pause for a second? That phrase as a way to kind of refocus what's going on. Not just for things that people don't want. You know, a common one is X card. So just being like, no, I can't handle that. Whatever's going on stops immediately. We can also use, I do like the idea of pause for a second because it can be used a lot of different ways, where instead of like, oh, something's wrong, and then the mood's completely changed because somebody's really disturbed, we can just do this subtle, hey, can we pause for a second? What are we exactly doing here? Or, hey, can we pause for a second? That really sucks. I don't like that at all. Can we not do that?
I like it.
Okay, so feel free to use can we pause for a second as the code phrase for let's all take a step back, see what's going on, check in with each other, figure out what's going on, and go on from there a little stronger. And if you're not comfortable doing any of that, you can always direct message me and be like, hey Dan, can we pause for a second? And then I'll totally pull the trigger on that, and we can go forward admirably. Now, there's something here called veils, where it's like where the curtains blow across the camera and the thing happens, but we don't have to watch it. Like sex scenes. I think in the past we were just like, and then they had sex, which is appreciably it's the same. Curtains blow. We're not talking about any graphic sex acts. What I'm interested in, let's see here, body horror. I don't see this campaign going in that direction. I personally kind of enjoy describing pretty visceral things sometimes. Guts spilling on the ground, heads being lopped off, and gouts of blood, that kind of thing. So if you've so far been okay with how I describe things, I think going forward with that seems like a fine fine way. But I felt like these were things I wanted to talk about for this campaign because it's a whole new deal and a good time to be better. Sweet.
Sounds good.
Sweet. Okay, let's get into Roll20. Oh, all my shit just went away.
Spencer, you kind of have some feedback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, my headphones don't work with my computer.
Oh, weird.
I think the headphone jack in my computer is broken.
Oh, rough.
Oh shit, wait, I got new headphones. Let me see if that works. Give me a minute.
All right, while he's doing that, let's all get into Roll20. Now, Jimmy, your Harangon race should be in there.
Does that mean I can actually use the character mancer?
Correct. So I bought Wild Beyond the Witchlight for Roll20. So any options from Wild Beyond the Witchlight are viable. Anything from the standard compendium. And then I also bought... and then I also bought Tasha's compendium and Xanathar's. So you guys should have a lot more stuff available to you in terms of the character mancer.
Yeah.
Dad, do you have a minute to talk?
Yeah, I'd be curious what people are thinking so we can kind of... I mean, you can have two of the same thing. That's always fun. But I'm happy to kind of help balance things out. by being flexible.
I totally didn't already create an entire character.
Yes, you did.
No,
Matthew.
that's so unlike you. You'd
Matthew,
never do that.
Your
I was gonna
backstory
be a
and your
druid.
borderline homebrew class. That's not Matt Sherman.
Nah.
But I'm happy to share one already.
I was gonna be a druid because everyone always says I should be a druid.
I think that would be cool.
Dylan, I think you like turning into animals just in general. So, by all means, follow
I think
your
a
bliss.
fairy, it would make sense. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
And Spence is a wizard.
I'm a wizard, Harry.
Wait, you're a human?
I haven't decided that yet.
Oh, okay. That's just like, gotcha.
This I'm probably going to be referring to this guy, but Sly Flourish, who I watched his video on his session 0, and he's the one who incorporated satyrs and owlin,
Oh, fun.
and also the Witchlight races, which is fairy and Harengon. And he's like, if you introduce this, you're gonna have 2 rabbit people and 3 fairies and a satyr,
Yeah.
which is fine. Right now we've got rabbit, fairy, and Matt. You're high elf, Eldrin, which is the fae version of elves.
Yep.
And what class, Matt?
Blood Hunter.
Nice.
Is that the
Classic Matt.
the critical role one?
That's the critical
Yeah.
role one.
Okay.
That's why I said borderline homebrew, because it's Matt Mercer, and he just happened to publish it in a Words of the Coast book, but he has special privileges being Matt Mercer.
Are we all clicking on use the character mancer right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Who made a different character? Who did that?
Look,
How dare you?
come here.
Jimmy,
Huh?
you have a character already in there.
Oh, well, I didn't when I clicked on plus character.
What level are we, Ding?
I thought that was my character, the button that said character.
No, your character's the one that says Jimmy.
Well, yeah, but I just said that wasn't there earlier. So I had nothing but new character.
It's okay.
It's there now, obviously, but
Well, I made everybody's character last night, so I don't know why it wasn't there, but it.
okay.
Use which one you want, and then I will put you where you need to be in my.
Well, I can't even make a character out of the other one, so
Which
I'll
one?
use the one.
Oh,
I'll make the original ones fine.
sounds good.
What's PHB versus EK?
One is Player's Handbook, and the other is Essentials Kit. There is essentially no difference, but I'd go PHP. PHB, excuse me. Classes. We've got a wizard, we've got a blood hunter, we've got a druid. So that leaves Jimmy as the fighter and Emily as the cleric. Great.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, I could be a rogue.
You want to rogue it?
I was thinking rogue or bard.
Either would be fun and very applicable for the fucking rabbit boy or girl or person.
Let's do a rogue.
Okay.
Okay.
What do druids use to like cast spells and stuff? Like, is it Constitution?
Wisdom.
Is it It's wisdom?
Yeah, they cast off of wisdom. Yeah.
Hmm.
And druids can go healer too.
Druids do have healing magics. It's true. Spencer the Wizard. So you're going to be the thorn in my side. Great. Great. Good.
I have decided I am a gnome also.
Hey, cool.
Ah, crap. Also, hopefully you guys can't hear it because I'm using the plug-in mic. But like the second I got onto both of these programs, my computer is like,
No, it sounds excellent.
We cannot hear any of the whining and crying.
it's fanning and wheezing so hard. He's hanging in there. He's doing okay.
So I'm guessing you guys are making your shit.
We say standard array for stats, right?
You can do standard array. There's also there's like a roll for it one where
The thing you sent out said standard array or point by.
Oh, there
Is
you
that-
go. Okay. That makes sense.
Oh no,
Okay.
Is that just not accurate or?
That is also something that was grandfathered in that I tend to the more we've been playing, the more I think standard array or point by feels more balanced, and there's a certain novelty to having a 3 in charisma, but I think that ultimately it becomes unfun when you've got one thing that's just incredibly good and one thing that's incredibly bad. Or like everything is above 10 and
Man, I love it. I love when bad shit happens.
Well, I think that's fine, and I think standard array or point by allows for that, but in a more balanced way. Whereas,
So you say we can't roll dice,
Wait, what's point by?
or what? I think that's.
Are you rolling dice, Jim?
I would like to, yeah. But if it's not allowed, then I
You
won't.
go ahead, Jimmy.
All right, okay.
Go for it. If anyone if
So-
you feel strongly about rolling dice, by all means. Matt
point
knows
by
how
is
to
you get
explain
spinning
point by better than I can. Yes, Matt, please.
Point by, I believe you get like 17 points or something like that, and then every time you put essentially 1 point over 10, you allocate a point to it, but you get to a point where it costs more and more points to go higher. So I think by the time you hit like a 13 is the last single point, and I think once you go to 14, then it costs 2 points to go up, and then by the time you get to 15, it's like 3 points to go up. So it gets more expensive as you try to push a stat particularly high, and then yeah, so essentially it encourages you to kind of be flat or have small hills, but if you do want to specialize, it requires you to essentially have a dump stat somewhere else where you just won't be as good.
Okay.
And rules as written, you can't go above 15 or below 8, I believe.
On the point by, you mean, right?
Yeah.
But you
No,
can still have races that'll have bonuses that then kind of push it.
Yeah,
up.
before your racial.
Yeah.
So what class do we need? I could be
Whatever class you want to be is what we need, Emily.
Well, I could be a fighter or a monk type person. I don't really know a lot about paladins, so I could do that. Or a ranger. Jimmy said Jimmy's a rogue.
Jimmy's
Right?
a rogue, yeah.
Yeah.
Rogue, wizard, druid, blood hunter.
Blood Hunter's kind of a martial class, but yeah, I mean, also keep in mind that this is going to be a real mixed bag in terms of martial and social.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Jimmy's character will have more social skills than anybody.
Oh, you don't know what mine's gonna be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that might be the gap that you want to fill? Is the
party face.
yeah? If you
Face
want to
the
be
party.
the face, or
Oh, I was gonna put that I'm good at charisma
there you go. So if you
because
want
I
to,
don't know if I've played a character that likes to talk.
Meows Rockefeller,
Yeah.
Oh,
Meow,
right.
Meowkefeller,
And
That's
you were
true.
great at it.
and you were great at
I don't know if I've played a character who people like when they talk.
it. So charisma characters would be Bard, of course, Sorcerer, Warlock, I believe,
Hmm.
and
But if we already have a
Paladin.
wizard, if we already have a wizard and a druid, is sorcerer or warlock like too many spellcasters,
No, not at all.
too many cooks?
We are going to be in a magic rich place, so
Right.
being a magic rich character is kind of par for the course. Honestly, Emily,
paladin?
I want you to pick what is most interesting to you. Paladins draw power from an oath. Generally, that's to a deity, but it can also be an idea.
Mm.
It can also be like a
All right, I don't think that
phenomenon.
works with. Well, I could. Yeah. Nah. Um.
They are charisma characters, but they generally they do a lot of stuff. Paladins do a lot of stuff. Jimmy played Cinder pretty martial, but you can slant a paladin to be very social oriented as well, like a people's hero type of idea, or
Warlock could be interesting.
right. So you'd have a patron that is
Right.
supplying you power and is potentially trying to manipulate you to do different things.
Yeah.
And you
That
don't have
also
to be a
is-
pretentious jerk.
What's that?
I said, and you don't have to be a pretentious jerk.
That's true.
Yeah. No, it's required. I'll just.
A lot of the like warlock patrons are like fae too, so that could be cool if you really
There's an
want to
archfey.
get your hands deep
Yeah.
in it.
If you chose if you chose Warlock and a Fey patron, I would probably dictate who your patron is based on the story we're about to tell. Unless you had a Fey patron in mind, but I would strongly suggest a certain one.
I mean, I don't have a Fae patron in mind. I don't know. We could talk. Let me think about this. Hold
We're
on.
talking right now.
I mean, I can make anything work.
Oh, I almost knocked
Yeah,
over my
whatever.
television.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. I'll be a warlock.
You want to be a Warlock?
Sure.
You have 3 spell slots.
Good. I am glad.
Okay. Are you going to use the Fey patron?
Are they like are they an evil patron?
No, they are not.
Then yeah. Yeah, sure. Cuz we're all starting at level 1.
Oh yeah.
So it's like so maybe this is a new patron. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, sure. Whatever you want. Oh boy, I'm so scared now.
Oh goody. Everyone talk amongst yourselves. Emily and I have to go to the sidebar.
Woohoo!
Emily, please join me in the sidebar.
Like I know how to do that.
Zane, you can just drag her name over, you know that.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, just
Emily.
okay. Hold on, I'm
Hello.
here.
It's me, Dane.
Hey, Dane, it's me, Emily.
Hi.
I understand Discord and navigate it with ease.
Welcome to the sidebar. Okay,
How exciting!
so your Fey patron
Okay,
is going to be. And I think this works for your changeling character too, your secret changeling character.
Because I'll tell you what I'm thinking, and you can tell me
Yeah.
if this
Talk to
will
me.
make sense. Oh, should I tell you right now?
Yeah.
Here are my thoughts, but they're all open to change because obviously I'm an improviser and I will drop whatever and just
Sure.
pick up something different.
Whatever's
But
scariest and most interesting.
I'm thinking, so I'm feeling like what was stolen was a journal, my journal.
Okay.
And maybe to add a layer of immediate stakes, it could work with the handwriting being stolen because that's so random and weird, and
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So like my journal and my ability to write was stolen.
Yeah.
But the real thing that got stolen was like my sense of self. Because I want to play a character that just got divorced and is on like an eat, pray, love situation and is like finding herself.
This works so good.
So yeah, it could be like I'm discovering this new patron, but really it's just an excuse because like another person's not going to be where I find validation. I got to find it in myself.
No, that's
But
so
I
true.
want to play a really charismatic. So I also thought a changeling would be fun because she's been a human for so long because she was married to a human,
Yeah.
and he was like, "This
She's-
is the form you have to take."
She's trying to be something she's not.
Basically, Mystique from X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Like, she chose a really attractive human and was just living a Stepford life, and now she's like, "Oh, I forgot like who I am and what I am."
I
and
love it. I love it so much.
I'm seeking validation from everybody else, but I have to actually find it myself.
This man
Oh, I love it.
is not your patron.
Oh,
This man is who introduces you to your patron.
okay.
Okay? His name is Madrick Rosloff.
Madrick Rosloff.
Madrick
Okay.
is a follower of Zybilna.
Zybilna.
Write this down. Zybilna.
Hold on.
Hold on to what you got. Everyone's going to know about Zybilna. How much you want to tell them about Zybilna?
Mm-hmm.
Because you had something stolen for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It made you lose your sense of identity. You
Mhm.
gravitated towards being this human. You found this beautiful human man. You're like, this is my life. I've found fulfillment. But you've joined this group. I would suggest you join this group before your divorce, so they all know about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Because that's why I was thinking the handwriting, because if I don't realize it's a loss until later, that doesn't
Right.
make sense. So
So
on the surface, it's more just like, yeah, I couldn't write, but deeper, blah, blah, blah.
you recently, in the last, I don't know, 6 months maybe, have met Madrick, who's a follower of Zybilna. And he,
What's his last name again?
Rosloff, Rosloff.
Rosloff.
Rosloff. Now, he's a retired adventurer whose patron is Zybilna. And he's done. He wants you to take up his mantle. He wants to give you his riches, and he wants to give you all that he's earned in his life. But he has let you know that Zybilna is the master of a realm called Prismere. And she has been caught and trapped in her realm.
Mm.
And he is sending you to save her.
Master of a realm called Prisma.
Prismere.
Prismere.
Prismeer. Prismere.
And she's been trapped
And she's been trapped
in the Feywild.
In her realm. Yeah, her realm is in the Feywild.
Oh, in her realm, she's been trapped.
Correct, yeah. Now, his connection to Zybilna has been fading. and he's like, here's this lost person who's looking to find themselves. Go forth, save Zybilna, and I'm gonna give you everything I got, and you can start your new life.
I love it.
Okay?
So is he going to give me all of his riches upon completion of the task?
Correct. He lives on a giant pumpkin farm.
Oh my God, I love pumpkin spice everything. So that's so perfect.
Are you doing this? Is this the character? Is that the character?
That's not the voice,
Okay.
but I mean, Chia Basic.
She, for being a changeling.
I mean, she's a follower, Hundo P,
Okay,
because she
here.
doesn't know what to do.
You've been summoned to the abode of a human warlock named Madrick Rosloff. He lives on a giant pumpkin farm, sharing his rustic farmhouse space with rodents and pixies. His
Cute
adventuring...
rodent?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
His adventuring days are behind him, and he looks quite old and frail. Nevertheless, he's delighted to make your acquaintance. I've acquired many treasures and made important contacts during my lengthy adventuring career, says Madrick. I would like to pass the treasures I possess and favors I'm owed to you. In exchange, I ask that you travel to Prismere, a domain of the Feywild, and find out the fate has befallen the Archfey that rules it. This Archfey, Zybilna, is my patron and inspiration, the source of my power, and now yours. I've been unable to contact Zybilna for the better part of a year, and I fear something terrible has happened. My adventuring days are over, but Zybilna has been good to me, and I would like to know she's well before I take my leave. Every 8 years, our world is visited by a traveling extravaganza called the Witchlight Carnival. It recently returned and is camped 3 days' travel from here. I'm asking you now because this carnival might pack up and leave in a week or two, and it contains your only route to Prismere, a Fey crossing, if you will. Seek out Zybilna in Prismere, help her if you can, and return with proof that she is alive and well. Upon your return, all the hard-won earnings of my adventuring career shall be yours. I will say that he has kind of like a pitchfork-esque tattoo above one of his eyes. See if you can see that.
I cannot.
Yeah, it's pretty...
No, yeah, I can't tell.
How can I share something with you privately? I'll send you an image. It's like a 3-prong with just a line down the middle. Just above his...
Zybilna Satan. She's just...
I will say
fake.
this. You do not get Insidious vibes from him.
Okay.
It's a warlock patron. There are secrets. You, being a changeling, know of secrets. You get the... I don't want to put feelings in your mouth, but I would say that it's pretty intriguing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it. Because honestly, at this stage, she's following anybody. So it's great. And this seems like a, quote, easy fix to her problems.
So, the following reliable information. Zybilna is a fairy godmother to mortals. She created the carnival as a means by which mortals could enter her realm and beseech her aid. When Madrick last visited the carnival, it was run by a pair... Okay, this is info. You ready?
Okay.
It was run by a pair of Shadowkai. They are elves native to the Shadowfell. One is named Mr. Witch, and one is named Mr. Light. He assumes they are still in charge. Madrick dimly recalls that Witch and Light acquired the carnival more than 100 years ago from an Eldarin, an elf native to the Feywild, but that Eldarin's name escapes him.
Maybe Matt's character knows that name. What were the two people? They're from the Shadow Realm.
They're from the Shadowfell.
Shadowfell.
They're like shadow elves. And they're Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. So I would say that like you get this information from him and you're telling the party,
Yeah, maybe I'm the one that instigates.
we need to go. Like we're in this support group, but we have an opportunity here to go get our shit back.
Yeah.
Okay? Was that fun?
I'm loving it.
I'm having so much fun.
I was so excited.
Okay, here you go.
Oh,
Hello.
to the devils.
Welcome back.
It's me,
Oh, hello.
Dane.
And Emily, I have a
Completely
character.
the same as we were before. Not
You're
changed.
done with your session 0 now, Emily? It's all figured out?
I mean, I'm character mancing it up, so that'll take me another like 5 hours, but then we can start. Let's see. What skills do I want to be proficient in?
Has everybody finished their level 1 character?
No.
No.
Matt's still
Yes.
going. Matthew
I'm
Sherman
reading like a lot of spells.
at level 1?
Wizard.
I'm a motherfucking wizard, bro.
Okay, fair
Wizards
enough.
have like the whole spell book practically.
Yeah,
Mhm.
except for healing spells.
Yeah,
Fuck-
except for healing spells.
Fuck you.
Yeah, who gives a shit about that? I don't care.
Emily? Or, I'm sorry, Dylan?
Mm,
You good on
I'm looking for a name, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough.
Love it.
Still working on it.
Mhm.
You have to figure out a name and an accent.
Wait, hold on.
Mm.
Who said anything about accent?
So
That's Matt's character journey. He's like, okay, first name, and then which accent am I going to spend the next 3 years doing?
I mean, I could just keep doing the Scottish.
Your elf boy is not Scottish. I'm just saying, he is
could
not
be.
Scottish.
He could be.
I don't know,
I
Matt.
don't even have to think about that one anymore. That's, a
That's
nice
true. That is true.
one. I just can slip right in and out of it, no problem now.
Oh,
So
Matt, that was so beautiful. Oh.
The kids really hate it too.
Yeah, I bet. Dude, stop it.
you're not allowed to be.
I told you once, I told you 1,000 times, you little whippersnappers.
I mean, I vote yes to this character.
Matt, follow your bliss. Don't let me rain on your Scottish parade.
So sorry, for when we do our points for standard array,
Mm-hmm.
just a bunch came up and it's just like strength 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15.
So
we
you're
just-
picking one number for each, and it doesn't let you double up on numbers.
I see. Got it. Okay.
Jimmy, you
I
good
see.
on your
Got it.
rogue? Jim,
I should be all set.
do you have an idea for a subclass down the road? Or are you just gonna let that? Yeah. Are you gonna let that kind of come to you as you're playing?
Do we need a subclass, or what do you mean?
No, I'm saying like eventually. Do you have your eye on a particular?
Few
sub-
levels from now.
When you have to.
Oh,
pick-
you mean like the no, not yet. I haven't taken a look at those. Sorry, I thought I heard you say multi-class, and I was like, did I miss
subclass?
something?
Yeah.
No, okay.
No, that's cool, and I think that it could be fun to let the game kind of push you in one direction or another if you want to let that happen. Matt or Spencer, do you have a subclass that you're particularly interested in the future?
I haven't honestly, like, I know a couple of the wizard ones, but
That's
I
fine.
haven't explored any of the ones in Tasha's or any of that, so
That's
I
fine.
will not make that choice right now.
So let's I like this idea of letting the game kind of guide us or finding what feels good down the road. Emily, the warlock. The warlock has 3 pacts or 4 pacts. Pact of the Blade,
Yeah.
Pact of the Tome, Pact of the Chain, maybe? I don't remember. I think that's a little farther down the road, too.
Yeah, I'm just choosing my background.
Great. And Matt, you went noble, right?
Yeah.
And then Dylan, are you in this a similar boat of when we get to subclass, you're going to jump off that bridge when we get to it? Instead, you don't have a subclass in mind for your druid?
Yeah, no, I don't have one in mind.
So the standard druid in the book, the standard druid subclass are Circle of the Moon and Circle of the Earth. One specializes in spells, and one specializes in turning into different animals and being good at that. There are a bunch of other subclasses out there.
Yeah, if you wanted to be healer, there's one specifically for that.
There's a healer subclass. There's
the Wildfire Druid, which you saw me play.
Does a lot of fire stuff. There's the Circle of Spores, which is kind of like not necessarily necromancy, but you do get zombies.
That's cool.
If you kill people, you do get zombies. And you just have a bunch of like, yeah. Anyway, there's some cool ones. Well, I like the openness of everyone feeling out what their subclass is going to be dictated by the game. I think that's really fun.
Yeah.
Matt, is Blood Hunter, does it have subclasses or is it its own?
It does. I'm on the fence between Lythantrope and Mutagen, which is essentially Mutagen would be like taking stuff and transforming a bit.
Right. Well, then
self-explanatory.
You know, I know you like to plan ahead, but if you want to get in the question mark boat with everyone else, that might be fun to do.
Fine.
Cool.
Unmake up your mind, Matt.
Okay, I will.
If I told Matt that he had to play a fucking Furbolg artificer, he would be like, yeah, okay.
I'll get right on that.
Yeah, there it is.
I love it.
So you're all in, well, you're all in this group together for a reason. I think that being in this group because of your lost things makes a lot of sense, that you've kind of gravitated towards each other as a kind of a support / friend group, having this similar situation, right? So there's a couple of things that I want to go through. One, I want to hear a little bit about your trip to the carnival when you were a child. Something that you would have told the group. Okay, and then I'll introduce certain things to add to your story. All right, and then but I think you guys should come up with why you're together. If it's the lost things, that makes a lot of sense. If you want it to be something different and you just happen to all have lost things, that could be fun to find out too.
I have an idea about this.
Yeah, go for it.
Whoever, I would like to meet at least one of someone's characters a little earlier, just asking for directions. And then you tell me which way to go and I go the opposite way and you're like, no, let me just show you. And then like, they're just like, I don't think I could leave this person alone because they're never going to go the right direction when I give them directions. So if I could have a bond with someone, that would be sick.
Who wants to have guided Dylan's character early on, and that was your initial connection?
Is the guiding ongoing? It sounded like it's
more like you took pity on me and you're like...
yeah, I mean, I'm open to exploring that with you, but yeah, that's fine.
Oh, cool.
Cool. And this makes sense because Matt's character is also from the Fae, so you're both kind of strangers in a strange land. the
Yeah,
mundane realm,
I've got a thing for the lost at the moment, so
right? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
great. I'm chronically lost.
Now, Jimmy, your character's from the Fey realm too. How do you?
Are they? I thought they weren't considered fake creatures. Is that incorrect or?
They are from the Fey. Yeah,
Okay.
They're not fake. Well, let me look. I know they originate from the Fey. Like fairies. Herringons originated in the Feywild, where they spoke Sylvan and embodied the spirit of freedom and travel. In time, these rabbit folks hopped into other worlds, bringing the Fey realm's exuberance with them and learning new languages as they went.
That's fun.
Herringons are bipedal, with the characteristic long feet of the rabbits they resemble, and the fur a variety of colors. They share the keen senses and powerful legs of leporine creatures, and are full of energy, like a wound-up spring. Herringons are blessed with a little fey luck, and they often find themselves a few fortunate feet away from dangers during adventures.
But they never win the
Gotcha.
race.
So we don't like. I don't necessarily like. I didn't grow up in the Fae necessarily, but like
Correct.
that's kind of where our people came from.
Yeah. So how did you or your family end up in the mortal realm, do you think? Or was it so far back that you guys
let me tell you what I have, and maybe we
Sure.
can kind of meet in the middle somewhere. So I think my character's whole deal, which by the way, I've named him Lazuli Carrot Lashes. His friends call him Laz.
I
Yeah.
love that. Does he have blue eyes, or is he blue in any way?
No, that's better. I wrote green, but that's silly. No, I'm gonna change it to blue.
It's
you're right.
obviously blue, Jimmy. I would be
I
so
was
upset if you
I was
put
writing
green.
down into all these different sections. I was like, I don't know, whatever. Makes way more sense. I don't know where that lives anyway. Anyways, basically the thing that he lost in the carnival at, I'm gonna say 8 years old. He's now 24.
Sure.
Because that's how math works. He lost his, so he speaks common, but he lost the ability to converse in, let's say, maybe Sylvan makes sense or whatever other language he spoke, like with his parents.
Yeah.
And so, and he has been through any he can't just relearn it. Like through normal means, like
Has he
anyone
tried?
you can't open up Duolingo, you know.
Oh, it's like he's what's the word for it when you can't read the letters right?
Yeah.
Has he tried?
Oh yeah. So this sort of, since I'm a rogue, this has now sort of resulted in I've become a runaway, and I've gone somewhere else where they mainly speak common.
Was he rejected by his family?
I don't think rejected, but I think it became an enormous stressor.
Yeah.
You know, because it's probably like years and years of trying to fix things, and why isn't this working, and you know, nothing makes sense.
Sure. Right.
So I think like early teens, he ran off and
Dyslexic.
has been having a pretty rough go of it ever since.
Yeah.
Just you know, the normal rogue shit. Like he turned to thievery, and he got kind of good at it, and you know, whatever.
Like pickpocketing at first, right? Like he's quick on his feet, and he can hop onto fucking buildings.
Yeah.
He's also so cute.
And he's probably a cutie. Is he a cutie, Jimmy?
I haven't decided yet, but
Okay.
probably.
Fair enough. He probably started as a cutie as a kid.
Yeah. At 8, 100%.
Now, what if you haven't thought about this, like at 8 years old, he went into the carnival. Did he just want to go in because it was interesting? Like what motivated him?
I think he wanted originally to be a performer. He like, you know, he's like, all this attention on me would be dope. Like,
I love that.
I want to see I want to see people doing their best, having fun doing a thing that they like, and making people happy about it.
But you didn't have you didn't have the ability to get a ticket, so you snuck in because you were already a sneaky little boy.
Yeah.
Boy, are we talking
Yeah,
he, him?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For once.
Sure. And then you went in, you saw some sights. Jimmy Lazuli saw many amazing things in this carnival. Giant snails, people in bubbles floating around, some pretty wild shit. Okay? But before he left, he let me see. He saw a shadow move that made him very uncomfortable. And that shadow smiled at him. That the shadow wore a mask.
Okay.
And ever since then, he couldn't speak Sylvan, nor understand it.
Shit.
Fuck! Okay.
Cool.
Spencer.
Yes, sir.
Where are we at?
I am May Circe.
May? M-A-Y?
M-A-Y, yeah. Gnome wizard. I was drawn to the carnival. I'm a forest gnome, and my semi-nomadic family was passing near the carnival.
I'm sorry, did you say nomadic?
Semi-nomadic, yeah.
Gain inspiration.
Thank you. My semi-nomadic family was passing by the carnival,
Mm-hmm.
and I was warned to not go near.
So,
But
of course.
being a child, I snuck off with nothing to my name to enter.
Okay.
And I was drawn by the pretty flashing lights and all that. And I was given the opportunity to enter for my ability to see color. So now I only see in black and white.
Interesting.
That's cool.
All right. So while you were in the carnival, you were particularly interested in the carousel. It had clockwork elements, so being gnomish and natural tinkerers, this was pretty neat to you. The unicorn horses that were going up and down were particularly fun. And you can't quite remember. You might have had a conversation with one, but it was a long time ago. And you thought you saw another. It wasn't a horse. It might have been a frog. But then it wasn't there. But this frog had a bad saddle, like maybe like a torn sack. And when you looked back at your unicorn, the brightly painted bridle and the, how when you look up on a carousel, it's like all those pictures suddenly drab. and they lost all their color. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's cool.
I made myself sad. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
Sorry, one other thing to add. My character knows that this was stolen from me, and I'm determined not to like negotiate or trade for it back, but to steal it back.
You specifically want to steal back your sense of color.
Yes.
Interesting. I gotta write that down.
Bummer. Yeah, he's being a bad boy. Being all barky.
Emily?
Hello.
Hello. How are we? Where are we at?
Well, Roll20 has been saying building your character for quite a while.
Okay, maybe just give her the old refresh, huh?
Oh, I'm scared.
It's scary. It's a scary thing.
Well, there it goes. What just happened? Oh, I think it's still good. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I think that worked.
Do you want to keep going? I can go to someone else.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a character sheet. Cool.
Do you have a name or a thing that was stolen?
My character's name is Violet Grayson. And my journal was stolen, and subsequently my ability to write. Or what was it? My handwriting?
Yeah, your handwriting.
Okay, yeah. So I can dictate or I can read, like I understand languages and text. I just cannot write with my hands.
Handwriting.
My handwriting.
And you're a human, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a warlock.
And a warlock. Oh shit. Now there's some things about your recent past that everybody here knows about, right? Like
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to share those now, or do you want to share those in character?
Well, I guess you guys would know because I would already have shared before this adventure. Like,
you guys have known each other for a little while. I would say
we've
probably
all been
over
in
a
this
year.
support group. Yeah.
I don't. So I said support group. If that's what everybody's down for, it makes a lot of sense to me. Is everybody down for the support group idea?
I think my character is trying to launch a revenge group, but finds the support group and says that's the next best thing, and has been spent the year trying to convince you all to seek revenge.
Fair.
I like it.
We have another.
All of these events. So we all had this issue happen when we were children, but we didn't meet until we're all presumably adults.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, you guys, Matt and Dylan, you both could have met a long time ago. Maybe you guys kind of started the group, and everybody else kind of gravitated towards your relationship.
We could have met as kids, since we're lost kids.
Well, that might not work with Matt's backstory.
Oh, never mind then. Just kidding.
It's all right.
I can share that now if we're ready.
I think Emily was still wrapping up her thing.
All you need to know is probably, let's say like 2 months ago, I got divorced.
Ooh.
Yeah, Violet got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
And you were kind of a housewife, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Violet is finding her independence, getting her groove back.
Ooh.
I'm on like a consume, worship, like journey.
Eat, pray, love.
Guffaw. Consume, worship, guffaw.
Yeah, I'm on like a consume, worship, bone journey. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Love that. She's got her hot body back. She went to 24-hour fitness.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Toning it.
I mean, I just did a minor illusion and now I'm hot again. Don't worry about it.
Great.
All right, that's all.
Cool. Yeah, Matt, why don't you go next?
So I.
Oh, one more time. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you're good. You're good.
Emily and I didn't do the Lost thing. So you went to the
Oh,
carnival as a kid. What drew you to the carnival?
Probably the sense of creativity and individualism.
All these people living their best life in there.
Mm-hmm.
How old were
'Cause
you?
I was an artistic, creative little kid. How long ago did it happen?
It can either be 8 or 16 years. Or
What do y'all?
another multiple of 8. Jimmy's is 16.
Oh, it doesn't have to be the same carnival.
No.
Got it. Yeah, you're right.
Different times. I mean, Matt's could have been 100 years ago. He's a fucking elf boy.
Right. Duly noted. Let's say, fun. Let's say it was like 16 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I think I said I was 39.
Okay.
Yeah. So that would be
You're in
23.
23. Can we do one more?
That would
multiple
work well.
Well, if you're 23, you're not a child.
Okay. Well, let's do 8 years more than that.
Okay.
So what's
Yeah, something you kind of just learn to like deal with, you know?
24 years ago.
Yeah. 24 years ago. So 39 minus 24. So then I'd be 15.
That
Does
sounds
that
great.
count as a child?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
count
Yeah, so
that.
I was 15. Yeah. So I wasn't like a little child.
And
I
that
was a
works
teenager.
for the individuality thing too, right? You're a young teen. You're trying to figure yourself out. You're like, ooh, the circus is sexy. Like these people are like flipping around. They're like nomads. They're like doing this gnomish thing. It's great. Because gnomes are nomadic in this world.
Right. We understand.
Yeah.
Semi-nomadic.
You're right. Okay, so you go in and where are you where you realize that your journal has been taken? Like think of a classic kind of carnival-y thing. You're seeing
Hall of Mirrors.
What's that?
Hall of Mirrors.
Hall of Mirrors. Hall of Mirrors. So you go into the Hall of Mirrors. You hit the glass. Some of the glass kind of shimmers interestingly. You look into one and you look like you're 8 years old instead of 15. That kind of freaks you out. And you turn around and there's another kid in that mirror, but it's not the kid version of you. And this kid that you're looking at, you can't tell if it's through glass, reflected back at you, but they've got a pig mask. And they're smiling at you. And they're creeping you the fuck out. So you turn around quick, trying to go the way you came, and you hit the glass. And you turn back around, and that kid's gone.
Would it be cool if maybe she saw all of us as kids in those mirrors?
It might be cool in the future. Yeah, it could. That could be cool. So.
Well, maybe that's how she recognized us later and found us.
Maybe.
I love where you're coming from.
Okay.
That's not happening here.
Okay, never mind.
But who knows when it could happen? Seeds might be being sown, Dylan.
Warlock shit.
Warlock shit, sure. So
I'll see you in a mirror.
Your journal has been taken. You don't realize what's going on till later. When maybe you try and get a new journal and you try and like write in it and you're like, what the fuck? This fucking sucks. Cool. Matthew, your patience. Thank you for it.
Of course.
Please enlighten us with your character.
All right.
Also, I am now hearing Emily's fan. Emily, please mute yourself.
Okay.
I left the Feywild in search for a kidnapped or otherwise disappeared younger brother, and managed to break into the world of which we're all on. I don't know, the common world. I don't know what you call this realm.
The mundane world or the
Mundane.
prime material plane?
Okay. So I broke into the mundane world, and began searching for my brother, and believed he possibly could be at this carnival. At the time, didn't have funds to get in, so broke in. And while I was there, the memory of what I was searching for was stolen from me. I know that I lost something. I know that it's super important, but I have no idea what it is.
Oh my god, that's great. Matt, what's your character's name? Do you have a name yet?
Farron.
Farron. Can you spell that for me?
Farran.
And do you have a last name, or do you want to keep that a secret or something?
I don't think it matters. I put down Eldenwood. Eldin Wood.
Of the Feywild Eldenwoods?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You heard about my house.
That's right. Have you told the group about your lineage?
It's not something that I would be super open about.
Okay.
I definitely let them know that I'm looking for something.
Sure.
And I have to find it. But
can they pick up a certain refinement from your manner, or have you lost all of that?
I'd say that I come off as certainly different even from those who would know of the Fae. I mean, just eccentric, not quite fitting within, the mundane world's normal ways. Definitely outlander in that regard. I don't know if there'd be context to be able to put it together with my lineage or background or whatever.
Now, there's a part of the Eldrin that is specific to those elves. Does that express itself in the mundane realm?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say in terms of what I look like, I'm permanently well, not permanently, but yeah, no, given my mental state, I've only been seen in a winter season.
So Matt's character, Farron, is constantly looking wintry, like a winter motif.
I sent you some images on the Facebook part. I can drop them in the normal chat if that's how we want to do that.
Drop it in the Discord.
So I can throw it in Discord.
Hell yeah, dude. Y'all, take a look at this shit.
Here it comes. Except you've only seen one of those, so I probably should have only posted one of them, but that's fine.
No, but I want to see them all.
I like the blue one.
That's the winter one.
Present.
Yeah, I meant I like the blue one for your character.
Yeah. And these lines and kind of like almost sigils on your face, are those evident?
Yeah, I'd say that they're definitely visible, probably a little luminescent in the dark, but still visible during the day.
Very cool.
For in terms of my gear, it's not going to be a crossbow. It'll be like a longbow, like a wood longbow kind of thing. And the sword's a rapier, but otherwise, that's that.
That sounds great. And describe your trip to the carnival. And how old were you? The age kind of is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still young for an Eldrin, and at the time I was even younger. So I'm gonna say that I visited 32 years ago.
Okay.
So this will be the fourth carnival where I'm finally ready to go back and
Mm-hmm.
see what's up. But yeah, my initial visit to the carnival, is that what you're asking about?
Yes. Like when you
Yeah, I
lost
mean,
your.
it wouldn't have been long after I joined or made my way to the mundane realm, and having seen a fantastical display and
Mm-hmm.
getting the vibe and sights of other fey-like creature working there, because I assume that's what's going on.
Well, so you mentioned that you had a lead that your brother might have been involved with this carnival, right?
Well, I got a lead that he may have come to the mundane world, and
Okay.
I visited the carnival thinking that it's possible that he could be there given
Right.
its ties to the
Yeah,
Feywild.
yeah, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah.
you go. This place is silly. This place is silly. They're doing such pedestrian things. There's a custard eating contest, for God's sakes. This is
Couldn't possibly.
Yeah, this is probably below you. This is probably below.
I'd
Wait a
say
second.
that
Hold on. A second. Who else is this below? It's below you definitely, but dang it. And you're looking at as you look up and you're like searching your mind, you see a smiling crescent moon in a shadow. And you don't think hardly anything of it. And you look up even farther, and there's a person in a bubble. And you're like, silly. This is silly. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say I would have been fixated while I still had my memory anyway on,
Mm-hmm.
the children and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
But
there are children running around.
in this
Yeah.
context, yes, it would have been below someone.
Whoever that is. What? Wonderful. Great. All right, and finally we come to Dylan.
So I'm that character I dropped. My name is Poppy Seed. I don't have a family because I was born from a chrysalis.
Yeah, you were.
Because I'm kind of like a bug fairy.
Right.
I like bugs. I love bugs.
Sure.
And instead of being drawn to light, I'm actually drawn to music.
Oh.
So I was drawn to the music of the carnival.
Yeah.
As a real little bug. Like I want to say I was like maybe 4 years old.
Okay.
And I like could barely fly. I was like crawling in like, ooh.
So you're coming from the Fae side.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say I went through some kind of rabbit hole to the human world by the music alone.
Okay.
And they're like, what a silly baby. You're not in the right place, clearly. You're never gonna find anywhere again. And so they got rid of my sense of direction.
Okay, so this is how we're gonna play it a little bit.
Okay.
We're gonna flesh that out a little bit.
Do it.
Just really quick, give me a couple of words about your home. Your home in the Fae realm.
Really foresty.
Mm-hmm.
Surrounded by animals. I'd say my character is the kind of character that would look for animals that are kind of wounded and heal them.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but
and
the
of course,
problem
all
is,
the animals can speak because we're in the fucking Fae realm.
yeah. So like,
it's Bambi up in here.
It's more like I'm the kind of character where I'd be like, oh, this thing's wounded. Let me go fetch this. And then I'm like, oh, where was the animal again?
Yeah.
And so I'm very distraught by my lack of sense of direction because I can't seem to heal anyone sufficiently.
So you're flying through the forest, and what's the wounded animal that you see first?
I'm gonna say a little rabbit.
Yeah, there's a rabbit, and it's got a great big like thorn in its paw, like it was going through the brush and it got a big old thorn. And you're like, oh man, I know just the thing for that. I just saw it over there. And you turn around and you're flying through the air, right? Cute little poppy seed. And you're like, where was that patch of... And then you start hearing it. You start hearing like the little like pipe organ, right? Like do 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 do, and you're like, holy shit! I've never heard anything like that before. Like you've heard the harps of the fairies, you've heard like the pan flutes, and you like little drummies. But this is like new and cool.
This should be hitting different.
This should be hitting though. Now, you're flying through, and you find yourself in a swamp. And it's getting louder. And there's a hole in the tree. The music's coming out of this hole in the tree. And you're like, whatever is going on in there, I need to get in a part of that. And you fly through, and the music's going, and you start hearing laughter, and you start smelling funnel cake, and you're like, what is all of this? It's dark. This tree is going way too far. Like the tree should stop. Even in the Feywild, like trees can be bigger on the inside, but this is ridiculous. And you bust through almost like you're shattering something. You like bust through. Right? And the light's blinding because you were in the dappled shade of your forest. And you're surrounded by people. More people than you've ever seen in your life. And you're like looking around and you're kind of dizzy, right?
I want to say,
Go ahead.
I don't like the idea of like just like being like, oh, I'm gonna go check out this carnival instead of tending to a wounded animal. Can I say it was when I was a kid instead?
Sure.
And that didn't happen? I just heard the
wounded
music.
Animal part? Sure.
Yeah.
You're flying through
I don't
the
think
forest.
I'd do that.
No wounded animal. You shatter through. You heard the music. You shatter through.
I like the little baby poppy seed going, sounds pretty good.
That sounds pretty good to me. And you're flying, right? And you look down and you see something kind of familiar, like kind of like a toad. And it looks up at you with these big glasses, and it frowns at you and sticks out its tongue. And you look back, and there's just a building behind you. There's no trees. Wait, where did you... Hold on a second. And you start flying around this carnival, and you cannot, for the life of you, figure out where you came from.
Seems legit.
There you go.
I also have an added feature now that when I hear music, I start to sob because it's so beautiful.
Aww. That's beautiful. All right, friends. You are all in this group. What is the name of your support group? Do you have a name for your support group? You don't have to. I'm just asking.
The Lost Boys.
Is the name of this carnival known to everyone?
Yeah, it's the Witchlight Carnival.
Okay.
Yeah.
Light Seekers Anonymous.
Light Seekers Anonymous.
May proposes witch fight. Gonna fight with a witchlight.
Bitch fight, am I right?
I was thinking
It's
it,
just-
I didn't say it.
Sassy Poppy.
WHICH Witchlight question mark?
Oh, I like that.
Ooh, I'm gonna drop my laptop.
I thought I heard something in a chat somewhere. Hear something in a chat? Guess not.
We can be Cirque du
you guys can think about
Cirque
that.
du Freak.
You guys can think about that. You don't have to land on it now. You are all... Let's say you guys meet like once a week to talk about like how things are going, how the missing part of your life has been impacting you. It's like a support group, right? And your friend Violet has some news. Still muted. It didn't work. Discord, change your microphone again. Nope, not yet. We can hear it turning on, but I don't think it's selecting your microphone. Remember the early days of Zoom when this was every call for the first 20 minutes of every call? And then we got used to it. We're all going to get used to this. This is going to be great. Oh, Emily, don't look defeated.
Double check those Discord mic settings with the correct mic.
Nothing. That little computer fan of yours is just like the little engine that could right now. I think I fan. Get it? Get what I did there?
Give yourself an inspiration there, Dan.
Thank you. Still can't hear you. Okay, cool. So far, we've got Lazuli Carrot Lashes, the Herringon Rogue. We got May Circe? Spence? Circe. How do you spell that? Hey, Emily, I think we can hear you. I heard your fan for a couple of seconds. It's cutting out when you talk. Maybe your voice suppression is on. I can hear myself.
It's like the opposite of.
Yeah, it's so weird. Let's turn off your the background noise suppression in those settings too. Yeah, it's not like Zoom. This isn't like Zoom where we can just have you call in. The one drawback.
I might also suggest just disconnecting from the call and reconnecting.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Thanks, Jim. Isn't Emily the most stupendous person in the whole world? Usually when people leave the call, you start bad-mouthing them, but I think she's great.
Yeah, then when she comes back,
we'll Bob's Burgers.
Oh, everyone, I got my second voiceover job.
Hell yeah.
Yo, congrats.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's through my other D&D group. One of the dudes is working for a tech company, and he got me to do their promo vid. So,
Nice.
$250 for 3 takes. Not so bad. I hear Emily's fan. But every time she speaks, the mic turns off. Now she can't hear us. Hi, Emily. Nope. Oh no. Oh, I heard something way back in the background.
I think it's still the wrong mic.
You think it's the wrong
It doesn't
mic?
sound like it's on the right mic to
It
me
sure
either.
doesn't.
Emily, which mic are you using? I hear the tapping. Oh, she's in chat. It doesn't. She says. It doesn't give me the mic as an option now.
Maybe unplug the USB, plug it back in, check again.
No, Emily.
Go on. Never look back.
Fly, you fools.
It was a good run for Emily.
It was. Gone the way of Maddie.
Here's an important message. She said.
She does have an important message. Man, of course that's like the rising action of the whole thing and the mic cuts out. Classic suspense. I want to drive to Emily's house and change her computer settings. Everybody hold on. Did you plug it in and plug it back in again, Emily? Oh.
And then check to the settings after that.
Yeah, those settings pop up. Yep. We can hear you tapping. It's hilarious.
Just sit down by the keyboard and just talk way down here.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
get by the keyboard.
Hello?
Oh, we can hear that.
We can see you.
That's terrible.
It says internal mic, no Yeti. Huh.
So upset.
Oh.
Hello,
Hey,
You just have to talk into your Y key. It'll be fine.
I can't actually tolerate this. This is awful.
Okay, how about this? She can make her announcement next time, and that's when we'll start our session. Emily,
like that.
go ahead. Emily, go ahead and mute yourself. So I'll make the announcement. But guess what's in town, everybody? Violet has a line on the Witchlight Carnival, and she'll tell you all about it next session. She's going to have more stuff to say. Like, it wasn't just going to be that. It wasn't just like, you all knew that, right? Like, you all knew that. That's what she was going to say. So, Witchlight Carnival, you're going to go. This session 0 was so good. Oh my God. Great. Well, I'd say let's keep this going. I will work with Emily on getting that working. But I'd like to keep this going as our meeting place in the future. And cool. Yeah. I'm also going to turn off sharing of everyone's sheets with each other. We don't necessarily need that. I mean, we could. I guess it wouldn't hurt. I think.
And then last but not least, if you're in the regular Gen chat of Discord, you can right click on your name and set up like your server display. Oh, I lost the main. There we go. And then you can change your name.
Cool.
Some of us did it already. Yeah, you go into edit server profile is what it is. You can change your nickname and just in this server.
Also, I think I figured it out now.
Oh shit! What'd you do?
I just had to keep unplugging things and replugging them back in and turning them back on.
Oh,
hilarious.
Yay!
Do you want to do your character spiel now, or do you want to wait till
No.
next time? Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Cool.
But just to say, I won't screw it up again. I got it. It's fine.
Love
You're
that.
doing great.
I love that. You're doing great. We all appreciate you being here and putting the work in to make it work. I know it's frustrating, so thank you. And Spencer, you as well. Thank you for plugging in your mic once.
We're all working hard.
We're hardly working, am I right?
Hey!
Oh!
Hey! I will be updating.
No matter.
No matter?
Like, no. Yeah, you got it.
No matter.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
saying.
can't give inspiration every time we do a gnome pun from now on because this is the first gnome we've ever had.
Could be a long campaign.
It's gonna be long. Not even a short one. Gnome jokes. Anyway, I'll put the next game. Maybe I'll just have a text channel that has the title of it is the next game day. So you don't even have to go searching for it. You just go into the server and you see it there. But I do encourage you to accept my calendar invite. It really helps me out. Spencer, I love you. You're my brother.
If you guys can
What
wait
does
one
it-
more
what does
second.
Me accepting it do for you?
I know that it's somewhere reminding you. We're waiting
All
1
my
second. We're holding on
notifications turned
for.
off.
We're
I have
holding.
I've decided on my. Where did it go?
Oh, you have an image for us?
In theory, where did it go? Uh-oh.
Where
Hold
could
on.
it be now?
Where did it save as? It saved it. Where is it? It saved in the right spot. Am I just blind? Probably. Let's go to new.
There you go.
There. Okay. Christ. Okay. Here we go.
In the general. Oh, he looks like
It's a little surly.
he's a little surly dude.
I can't put together any Lego Lost plus rabbit jokes, and I'm angry about it.
Yeah, I mean like rabbit foot, leg, olas, something like that. Thank you, Matt, for even smiling at that. All right, friends. That was great. Excellent session 0. If you have any further thoughts, please let me know. If you have anything you want to discuss about your character, please let me know. I'm really excited. I love this kind of open-ended feel that we're starting with. Great. 2 weeks. Monday
yeah.
nights. We're back into it. Le Salon Witchlight.
Woo!
I almost said Salt March.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And Dane.
Yeah.
Don't forget to stop that OBS recording.
Then everybody's going to see all of my
Because it's not a thing
secrets.
you've ever had to think about until right now.
That's very true. And I appreciate the reminder. All right, everyone. Have a good night.
Thanks,
Bye.
Dave.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.